Thanks for joining me. My name is Gabe Erales, chef at Comedor here in Austin, Texas. We've taken a little trip this week into Green Acres out in Elgin. I'm going to film a quick cooking video for you guys, benefiting Southern Smoke in conjunction with New Belgium, Texas, and this amazing Mural Agua, Fresca, Cerveza. I put together a really simple recipe that you guys can execute at home. Something that I really enjoy going into summer is summer squash. All of these ingredients that I have here are very easily sourceable. You can get these at some of your local grocery stores. I know right now at times they're a little bit difficult to access all these, but some of the local restaurants have turned into grocery outlets such as Salt and Thyme. They have a lot of these local farm vegetables for you to access. So I'm going to take you through these steps. Some of the processes I've kind of already completed, but I'll talk you through them just to not take up too much time on this video and condense it a little bit. For my ingredients, I've got 3 different types of squash here. You can use any variety of squash. I've got these from Fagan Farms. Again, you can get these from Salt and Thyme, any of these grocery outlets. I've got a Nopal Cactus. These can be foraged. You can get these at a grocery store. Some cherry tomatoes, a lime. I've got some tomatoes that I've blanched, taken the skin off, some salt, some chili oil. You can purchase this chili oil or you can make it. And then this is my tomato water that I've made as a result of this. This is just some sorrel that I've foraged from outside. You can use cilantro or any type of herb to garnish. And then what I have here is a reduction of this Mural Agua Fresca Cerveza. So first thing we're going to do to get this started is going to take this, and I'm going to get this open and get this going in the pan. And I'm going to make a reduction out of this, and this will be part of the base of our sauce for the Aguachile. So I'll let that reduce. Next thing we're going to do is cure these vegetables. So what I like to do is cut these vegetables in a variety of shapes and sizes, lightly cure them, and then after that it just becomes a matter of simply plating them up. So first thing I'm going to do is just take my squash, slice it here, this beautiful maiden knife, and then I like to go about a 1/4 inch thick. If you have a mandolin, you can use a mandolin to get some nice uniform thicknesses. And then you probably just need about 6 or 7 slices for this dish. So I'm going to put these in here. Then I'm going to take this other squash, do the same thing as well. And this variety kind of just gives you a little bit of different colors. You can see here, we've got these beautiful colors here. And slice these as well. Put these in here. And all of these are going to get cured with a little bit of salt. That'll season them. And then what I'm going to do here is take this bigger squash and cut these into some different shapes and sizes. And that will kind of act as a different texture variety for the dish as well. So I'm just going to go turning it, cutting it on obliques, and that'll give you some nice sized bites. Again, all these will just go in here. I'm going to take my cactus. All of the thorns have been removed, so I'm just going to cut some of these. And then just cut these in whatever shapes you guys like. Bite size, obviously. Okay, we've got that agua fresca reducing over here. Okay, so then I'm just going to take some of this salt, sprinkle this salt all over it. And this is just going to allow us to cure the vegetables, season them, give it some nice texture, and then okay. So the process for this tomato water, very simple preparation. I've taken some Roma tomatoes and quickly blanched them, removed the skins, and then what I'm going to do is just throw these in the blender and then let them sit overnight through a cheesecloth and a strainer. And then what you get is this resulting beautiful, flavorful tomato water. And this will be the base for our aguachile. In addition with this chili oil, and then our Mural, Agua, Fresca, Cerveza reduction. Okay? So we're letting a couple of seconds pass here. These are curing. It's removing some moisture. It's also seasoning them, and it's going to add some nice texture as well. You can see here. While that's going, I'm going to take this chile serrano and slice. And you get some nice slices here. You can add as little or as many as you'd like. I like to have a lot of heat, so just set that aside here. And then take some of these cherry tomatoes. Another layer of just freshness. I'm going to slice these up. Okay. Okay. So now that these have been soaking in the salt and curing quite a bit, we've got a few minutes on them. One of the things it does with the cactus is it removes some of that mucousy ooze that comes out when you cut nopales. Also adds a nice little crisp texture. So I'm going to rinse these off a little bit. Just towel down, that'll help dry some of these vegetables. Okay, so some time has passed. The summer squash and cactus has cured. I've given it a quick rinse to remove that extra salt, and then just put on a towel here to dry off some of that excess moisture. The Mural Agua Fresca Cerveza has reduced. Essentially, I took one of these, reduced it down. You get a really concentrated, nice flavor. It's really dark and deep here. And again, I'll have this outlined in the written recipe for you guys to follow along. And so what we're going to do now is just build the base of our aguachile, and it's essentially going to be like a broken vinaigrette. So we'll start with a little bit of this tomato water. Pour that in there. We're going to go with a little bit of this Mural Cerveza reduction, and then some of this chili oil as well. And that'll provide the heat, also some fat. And then what I'm going to do is take a lime here. Slice the side off. And then I'm going to give this a nice squeeze of lime. Going to season it with a little bit of salt. And then just give this a little bit of a stir. Delicious. So again, we've got this aguachile base. Very simple. Put that together, and then now we can go to plate. And the way that I like to plate this dish is take the larger pieces of the squash first, the ones that we cut in these sort of oblique fashions, and just lay them in the dish like so. And again, you can plate this however you like. This is kind of just the way I do it. And then you can mix in these pieces of cactus, nopal, in different spots. Again, this provides different textures. Some of these tomatoes. Adds color. It's a beautiful, beautiful dish. And then we'll continue on with layering in these different shapes, pieces, and sizes of cured squash. And I just really love to eat this as the beginning of the meal. Something light, fresh, really nice with a nice glass of rosé or white wine or a cold beer. And then we're gonna take these chile serranos and we're just gonna put those in there as well. And again, you can add as little or as many of these as you like. That. Okay. And again, this dish pairs incredibly delicious with this watermelon lime Mural Agua Fresca. Really, really delicious from New Belgium, Texas. I love how I've been able to incorporate this into the Aguachile base. And then from here, all we're gonna do is just go ahead and pour this into there. I'm just gonna finish with some of this sorrel. And there we have it, summer squash Aguachile made with our Mural Agua Fresca Cerveza from New Belgium, Texas. Very light, nice textures, freshness, acidity, heat. Really beautiful for a summer day and really nice to enjoy with this amazing beer. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Chef Gabe Erales from Comedor.